Thank you very much for visiting us. Welcome to Marochet demonstration site in Marochet. So directly I will introduce you to the project. So this is our second. Our activity is divided into three parts. First, the food plant farming. Second, the silk moths rearing. And third, the cocoon transformation and cocoon business marketing. Now I will show you the Talandu garden that the team farm since July 2007. This is cropping methods help us to avoid the predators and to make a shade for the larvae.
It's a typical example of what a farmer's farm looks like. I mean, it looks like you have mostly Talandu here and not much else.
Yes, thank you for your question. We use that to raise our larvae. So, because we have not enough land, we must farm our tree each meters instead of 2 meters. So the good methods that we ask farmer to do is to farm their tree every 2 meters and intercrop the Talandu garden with cassava leaves, also with banana leaves.
So how many larvae are you going to have to produce a year to support, say to support 10 farmers? How many eggs will you need to produce?
The number of eggs that farmer will need depends on the number of trees that they farmed. So, for example, the Talandu food plant after 1 year can support only 10 larvae each, and after 2 years, one tree can support 50 larvae. So the number of eggs depends on the number of trees they have.
And how many adults, how many females do you need to be able to produce enough eggs for one farmer?
Yes, one female can lay between 200 and 300 eggs. So the number of females that we need to have 1 kilo of cocoon is about 50 females.
And do you do any kind of processing or treatment of the eggs before you give them to the farmers?
So we must control the genetical reproduction, provide disease-free eggs to the farmers.
How do you tell if an egg is diseased?
Yes, it's possible to see the eggs using the dissecting binocular, and we can separate the bad eggs and also the good eggs. So we only use the good eggs to raise larvae. This is the leaves from last year. We only use the new leaves from this year.
Can you show me a tree that the larvae have completely eaten?
There is not any leaves that are eaten by larvae. So you can see here.
So that looks pretty drastic. Will those trees recover? I mean, will they be able to produce new leaves next year?
Yes, every June. This is the good time to cut the Talandu branch. So just after the larvae eat the leaves, we ask farmer to cut the tree. The goal is to have 1 meter high of tree. Here we are in the CPALI rearing house. So this first room, is for the adults. And the spinning room, we will also touch farmer when they should collect the larvae from the field, because it's very important to know that. If farmers don't know when to collect the larvae, they cannot get any product. After the larvae empty the abdomen, we will put them in here.
What's that?
This is a spinning cage. We have one basket, a rice basket, a net. Each basket can support 20 larvae. After that, it's forbidden to touch the basket and the leaves inside because the larvae are going to spin. After 4 days, we have that. Look. 4 days after, the larvae inside the cocoon. Here, we remove the chrysalid inside the cocoon. We put the chrysalid in here. We leave the chrysalid here during 25 days or sometime 30 days. And after 30 days or 25 days, the adult emerge. After the adult emerge,
I want to see what you're going to do with these silks.
yes, please follow me. I will show you. Come to the CPALI training center. I will introduce you the team. This is Mario. Mario is one of CPALI assistant who work on the cocoon transformation. Here is Marijan. She is one of the farmer that we work in the Makira protected area. So we train her about how to build a shade from the cocoon, how to build a paper from the cocoon, and we hope that in the future she will be able to train another farmers. So now I will explain you what we are doing here. So the first goal is to have a farmer to produce a good quality of cocoon. The good quality of cocoon depends on the size of cocoon, also the colors.
What do you do with the grade A cocoons?
With the grade A cocoons, we already have a buyer in Thailand that we can and we sell all our grade A cocoons to our buyers.
And how many have you sold so far?
So we already export our first kilo to the buyer in Thailand, and now we are going to figure out how to make some product with the grade B cocoons.
Okay.
And that's we are doing here.
And what are you making here?
In here, so after washing the grade B cocoons, we cut the cocoons. After cutting the cocoons, we iron to have a flatty cocoon like that.
Okay.
So here there are a flatty cocoon grade B. When the cocoon are flat, Marijan and Mario work on that, and they glue the cocoon and stick together to have a big paper, very flat, and that might help us to build another product.
What kinds of things?
So we are trying to make a big shade with a flatty cocoon.